Welcome to the Lips Reaction channel. I'm Lips. We're watching the new Ballerina trailer. Hold on. This movie title is specifically Around the World of John Wick Ballerina, the 2025 new trailer. Great. We're going to watch this. I'm very excited for this. This is one of my most anticipated movies of 2025. This, and oddly enough, I will say I do like a good, would you call it indie movie? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm in the indie movie scene, but I'm not always in the like big movie scene. But all of the movies that I'm most looking forward to right now are 2025 movies. I think that is a product of our big production houses. I think that is a product of this job. It always feels weird to call this a job, but it is how I make my money. Because a lot of what you guys want to see are reactions to the new movies. So I put myself in the spaces where I'm learning about those movies and kind of in the fan bases over on Twitter, over on Blue Sky, over on TikTok. And so I see a lot more chatter about big production house movies. But the new Superman movie and John Wick Ballerina there's something else too. Those two movies specifically are like my Super Bowl this year right now. I mean, and then in my gaming world, which if you aren't following over on the Lips Plays channel, which is a new gaming channel, not to be confused with the Lips Smacker channel, which has kind of been not necessarily fully retired, but is kind of switching to switching over to kind of like a less exclusive, maybe like longer playthroughs. Some of the stuff that's gone up there, other things within those franchises will go up there. But yeah, exclusive playthroughs just for YouTube will be over on the Lips Plays channel. And then, of course, we're here for movies and reactions. But it is a big year for me in terms of gaming also. Death Stranding is my favorite game. We have a sequel to that coming out. GTA is one of my favorite game franchises. Not one of, is my favorite game franchise. And that has GTA 6 coming out this year. If you didn't know that, well, you've been under a rock, but now you do know, or you just aren't in the gaming space. And then also Ghost of Yotai comes out this year, which was I loved Ghost of Tsushima. And those three games, plus Superman and Ballerina, I feel like 2025 is the year of consuming really phenomenal media for me, and that's just the base of things I'm looking forward to. There have already been so many good things coming out. White Lotus has been phenomenal. I've heard really good things about Severance. Haven't really heard anything on the movie front yet for 2025 of things that people really loved, but I don't know. Media fans are getting a little bit toxic, and I will say it. It's getting a little toxic out there. Nothing is allowed to just be. Things have to be pulled apart to such insane standards. And I am all for expecting things to be great. Okay, I'm all for putting pressure on big companies to not be lazy, okay? But there is something out there. I don't know what people are sipping on, but try something else. You know what? Maybe we're trying to put too many of our vitamins and minerals into our waters instead of actually getting it through food. Let's try eating again. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the reason why we're here. Let's watch From the World of John Wick Ballerina 2025, the new trailer. I'm so excited. I'll see you in there.
In Slavic mythology,
the vibes already.
the Kikimara is a spirit that exists in the shadows. To those with darkness in their hearts, she can be vengeful. But to the innocent, she can be a protector. It's up to you to choose.
Welcome to the Continental. Checking in?
I'm looking for the tribe with this mark.
Oh.
Needing to know is what got us banished from the Garden of Eden.
Wait, Norman Reedus?
Are you prepared to be cast out again, Eve?
Yes. I I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
Oh, okay. She's eating. Oh, stunning.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Wait, I did not know Norman Reedus was in this. Was he in the last trailer?
There's a declaration of war if she's not called off.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
John. Sorry, the Baba
Leave the
Yaga.
wolf to its prey.
She sent
Oh,
you
I
here
just
to
got
kill me?
chills.
Or you can leave.
I'm not leaving.
Your choice.
This is your fate. And you cannot change it.
Rules.
And consequences.
Oh, okay. That was giving moves and counter moves, but phenomenal. I was already excited. I don't need trailers like this to continue to be excited about this movie, but this was very fun. I didn't know Norman Reedus was in this. I don't think but I do have generally awful memory, which is fun, but also terrible in a lot of ways. But also, I was just telling you guys that my favorite game is Death Stranding, and Norman Reedus is the main character in Death Stranding, and he is the #1 reason why I would like to do the Walking Dead series. I've never seen the show, and I would do it for Norman Reedus, but the journey feels so overwhelmingly long, but so was Game of Thrones. And I really love that journey. But anyway, back to John Wick Ballerina. I did hear that this is a mid-quel, which didn't even know that was a thing. But so it's in between the third and the fourth John Wick movies, I think. I wouldn't say I'm nervous about anything with this movie, but I generally am not. I think I see so much hate for media in this world that already kills my soul. And the last thing I really ever want to be is a hater. But also, like, I don't know. There are so many things in the world in which I pick apart and ruin for myself. And I don't do that with movies, TV shows, books. And I don't do that with anything that I consume in terms of, like, entertainment. I do it in terms of, like, I do it in a probably a worse, wicked way of picking apart myself, and and maybe I should find something to be a hater about that's not just me. No. You know what? No, this isn't therapy hour. We're here to watch a movie trailer. But yeah, I don't really have any fears. I never really do. I'm just here to have a good time and watch a movie. I can have a good time with a shitty movie, you know? I don't need it to be great. In fact, sometimes movies that are great I think we're in a plague right now where a lot of movies try to be really good and they're just not. Like, there's just that spark isn't there. Like, they're not the classic phenomenal movies. I was watching this movie recently on Netflix, and I enjoyed the experience to some extent. My only gripe about it was I was like, this movie took itself too seriously. This movie is a shit movie. It is a throw it on, enjoy it, give it a little giggle, never think about it again. But the movie tried so hard to be like it tried so hard to be good. And I guess in that sense I am a hater, because I was like, man, this movie would honestly have been better if they didn't try to be so good. But really what that boils down to is this, like, it didn't feel like it knew that it wasn't an iconic movie, and I don't really know how to explain that. I don't know if it was because everyone that was in it, their acting was great. It was fine. I've seen them in other things. I've always liked them. I'll call myself out on being a liar there, but I won't name specific names. But overall, it was like it had a similar vein of like intrigue to the show You, but there's something about You that is a really delicious show, whereas this movie kind of, it was missing something, because it wasn't like, there was something about it that didn't push it over, because like cinematography wise, like it looked like it had a good budget, it looked like the shots were beautiful, like that was good, but there was something about the energy of it wherein it seemed like everybody thought that they were going to win an award for this movie. I don't know how to explain it, and I obviously, like, I don't want to be too rude, because I think that the art of movies is such a gift that we get, and that maybe they did think that this was like a groundbreaking film, and maybe that's why I feel that way. And maybe I was like, wow, it did miss the mark for me in terms of that, but I still enjoyed my time watching it. Like I did. I wanted it to be a little less full of itself. And I would have to rewatch it to break it down. But again, I'm not going to spend another 2-something hours watching that movie when there's so many movies to watch. Also, the abundance of decisions and the abundance of movies we have at our fingertips these days is, I think, a curse. I do think it's a bit of a curse, because there are so many good movies and there's so many movies at our fingertips. And those two things, the Venn diagram of that doesn't always overlap. So, okay. Well, this has been more of just like a yap-tastic session, a get to know each other, a sit down between us, you, me, just with a screen in between us. I just spit a little bit, and I don't know if you guys could see that spit come out of my mouth. You know what? Let's call it there. I need more coffee. I got a little bit of sunshine yesterday, and I think we have that to thank for this weird energy. It is giving manic a little bit, and I'm gonna ride it out as long as I don't make like some unhealthy purchase decisions or delete a bunch of YouTube videos. I did that once, not on this channel, on another one. My own videos, don't worry. I did that once, and probably something not close to a manic episode, but you know what, we're here, and we are going to be back for John Wick Ballerina sometime later this year, whenever it comes out on streaming services. Okay, bye guys.